Hello students, welcome to Pathak's Computer Academy online classes. In the previous video, we learned about the basics of MS Excel, or you can say that about spreadsheet. Today we will see the formulas tab in detail. So the contents today we covered are the introduction as usual, formula tab groups, what they are, what is the difference between formula and function, various ways to insert data, and some basic Excel formulas. So let's start. The formulas tab in Microsoft Excel 2007 simplifies the task of number. We use formula to insert function, define the name, create the name range, review the formula, and many more. Okay. For example, if there are 10 students and they get marks of each subject. Now, you want to sum the marks in each subject for a particular student. That can be done by the formula given in MS Excel. Other than this, if you want to calculate the percentage of a particular student based on their marks, then it is also can be done. So first of all, we have to know what are the basic things are available in formula tab. So under the formula tab, we have four groups. First one is function library. Second one is defined names, then formula auditing, and then calculation. So what they are? In function library, we have 461 functions of different category, such as financial group, logical, like and or not, text, date and time, lookup and reference, math and trigonometry, and many more. So from there, you can find a particular formula, insert that formula to the sheet and calculate your data. Next one is defined name. As you know that each cell has an address based on their column and rows. If you want to give some names to the particular cell as per the formula inserted, this is done by the defined name and handled with the help of name manager. Okay. Next one is formula auditing. This option helps us to identify the relation of formulas. By using trace precedent, we get to know on which cell formula cell is based. Trace dependents are used to know if active cell is being used in any formula. So you have to very care about that. and you can find out which cell have formula inserted and which are ordinary cells. This is done by trace precedent and trace dependence. Show formula is self-explained word. It is used to show the formula in the sheet. Error checking is used to check the error in the sheet. Evaluate formula option is used to evaluate the formula step by step. What we have done. Okay. And the last one is calculation. If we want to switch the calculation from automatically to manually calculation or vice versa, then we can do it by using the calculation option. Okay. So here you can see the formula tab. Here, click on formula tab. As I have told you that first one is a function library group where you can see that various types of mathematical and logical functions are available already. You have not to define, you have to just use it. Next one is define name. After that is formula auditing and then calculation. Okay. For the ninth class standard, you have to worry about function library. Clear? So I will be focused on this. So moved on. Next one is what is the difference between formula and function? Whenever an expression that operates on values in a range of cells, then it is known as formula. Okay, for example, you have to use equal to and then define your formula as per your need. For example, I have to add three numbers that are situated in cell A1, cell A2 and cell A3. Then what is to be done? We have to write equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3. As soon as we have done, then click on enter. You are easily find that the calculation is already done and the particular result are inserted in a cell. Clear? And what are the functions? Functions are predefined formulas which are already defined and installed in MS Excel. You have not to write the formula of a particular function like percentage, simple interest, and so on. You have to find out from the formula library and just used it. For example, if you want to add three cells A1, A2, A3, then you can go and find the formula sum. In some formula, you have to pass on the starting cell colon the ending cell. The sum will be calculated. Okay. So I am going to give you the example. Let's say I have to sum these four records. and the result will shown on this cell B6. So if I know the formula of sum, I can calculate manually. How? I have to give the formula here in function bar. Okay? What is to be done? I have to write down equal to, and then in bracket I have to put these four cell names. So what are they? B2, then B3, B4, B5. Okay? So B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5. And after that, I have to just press enter. Here, you can see that the sum of these four values are calculated and printed over the particular cell. This is known as formula. Now, I want to use a inbuilt function sum. So how it is to be done? You have to click where you want to print the result. Go to the option available in function library. For example, I have to calculate sum, average, count, max, min, and many more. So I have to use sum. Now from where? He is calculated, he is taken by default from C1 to C5. But 2017 is the year. So I want to exclude it. So what is to be done? I have to write down here from C1 to C2. And after that, I have to press enter. That's all. Now here you can see that a green tag is inserted. This shows that this cell have some formula, so that it is easily indicated that you have to very much care about if you want to change the value of that cell. Okay? So I think it is very clear to you what is formula and what is function. So move on. Now the various ways to insert data. First one is typing a formula inside a cell that I have already given you. The example, how to type the formula. If you know, then you can use this. Next one is using insert function option from formula tab. Again, I have already discussed. If you want to use the inbuilt function, then you can use it. Third one is selecting a formula from one of the groups in formula tab. As I already told you that there are more than 400 formulas. That's why they are grouped into a various category. For example, some are known as financial formulas, some are known as logical, like and, false, if, not, or. Some are known as text, date and time, maths and trigonometry. Those who know about the rule, for example, how to round the value, rounding off, okay, how to calculate the square root, sqrt, and so on. There are a lot of formula available. So with the help of groups, you can use the formula to insert the data. Next one is using AutoSum option. For quick and everyday tasks, the AutoSum function is your go-to option. Like here, this is known as AutoSum. In AutoSum, a user-friendly functions are available here for a layman purposes who do not know about the financial formula and so on. You They have to calculate a simple plus minus multiplication, then can use the AutoSum. Okay, and at last, next one is recently used tab. If you don't want to go to the particular group and then find the particular formula, but you remember that I have already used that formula, then you can find that formula from recently used tab here. Okay, clear? So these are the ways through which you can insert the data. Now I am going to discuss some basic formula. First one is sum. I already discussed it and give you the example. What is sum? Now here you can see that you can give in various ways. For example, as I have given you the example where I have selected column from C1 to C4. But you can also do the summation operation in a row wise. For example, B2 to G2. Other than this, you can also skip some cells, and based on that requirement, you can do this by using comma. A2 to A7, comma, I have to left out the cell A8, then A9, I have to include. After that, I have to left out A10 and A11 cell. Then, how to do this? We can use also like here. Clear? Now, next one is average. What is the average? If you want to calculate how many, what is the average score of your class, or what is the average of your total marks. So what is to be done? Total marks divided by number of subject you taught. Yeah, you have given marks. Okay. Then you can use the formula average or AVG. And then you have to give the starting cell and the ending cell. Okay. Other than this, you can also use what is sum, and after that divided by the number of cells. Clear? Next one is count. As the name suggests, the count function count all cells in a given range that contain only numeric value. If they have numeric values, then they count the number of cells. So how? For example, I have to calculate this one. How many cells are there? So I have to give, for example, I have to written over here. So go to the formula, then click on AutoSum, then count numbers. From where? By default, it is taken the column E1 to E5. Okay, and just press on enter. Now you can see that it counts the number of cells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and printed over here. So if you have a huge amount of data and you want to count how many data I have inserted which have a numeric value, then this formula can be used. Okay, I think it is very easy and easily understandable. Next one is count A. It is a specific type of count. It counts all cells in a given range. However, it counts all cells regardless of the type. Okay, whatever the type of data are inserted, it will count that data. For example, if I have, for example, here, I have changed 2018 to 2018. Okay, I have written over here the year in words. So, if I calculate here normal count, okay, for example, D1 from D1, okay, then click on enter. So, whether I have given the range from D1 to D5, but still it printed only and counted only the numeric values 1, 2, 3, 4 and written over here. But if we want to calculate all the cell regardless of their type, then what is to be done? I have to use count A. Okay, where we can find this one, count A. Count A, I can find out from all section, go to the C. Here, you can see that count A, click on OK. From range D1 to D6 or D5, then click on OK. Now you can see that in here, count A will count the values regardless of their type. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5 is printed over here. But here, with the help of count, it counted only the numeric values, whether I have given the range from D1 to D5. Okay, I think it is very clear to you. Next one is if. As the name suggests, if give the logical value, whether it is true or false. So I have to give three values. First one is the comparison values. After that, if the comparison is true, then what is to be shown will be the second value. And if the condition will be false, then what is to be printed over here. Okay, logical test. After that value if true and after that value if false. For example, like this, I want to insert over here go to the logical, click on if. So logical test, if laptop cells is greater than desktop computers, okay. So B3, B3 is greater than B2. If this one, then good job. I have to print good job. Improve. Other than this, improve. So click on OK. So you can see that good job is written over here. Why? Because the condition B3 is greater than B2 is correct. 34 is greater than 20. So a true value will be printed. Other than this, if B3 is less than B2, then what is to be printed? B3 is not lesser than B2. So the condition will be false. Then improve should be printed. So let's see here. You can see that improve is printed. So based on your requirement, you can make some decision using logical formula and, or, not, if. Okay. Next one is trim. As the name suggests, trim function makes sure your function do not return error due to unruly spaces. Sometimes we have given spaces between the formula. Then the formula can be given some false result. So doing this, you can remove all empty spaces between the cells. Okay. And next one is max and min. As the name suggests, the max will give the maximum number between the range given. Here you can see that the range is given B2 to C11, and min will give the minimum number between the range given. Again, I am going to give you the example. Here I want to find out the max value. So what is to be done? Go to the sum, click on max. By default, the value is taken, range is taken. I have just print enter. Here you can see that 20 is the greatest number among these four: 20, 12, 30 and 12. And if I want to insert minimum, find out the minimum, go to the auto sum, click on min and then press enter. Here you can see that 12, 10, 17 and 15, the minimum value is 10 is already calculated. So I think it is very clear to you the basic functionality and how to use it. That's all for today. Today we learned about the formula tab, what they are, and some functionality under formula tab. In the next class, we will start data tab in detail. Thank you so much.